Hello, I'm John Hubbard, and I'll be pretty much walking you through and showing you a little workflow of how you would add data, make it metadata, make it editable, edit it, verify it, pretty much autofill it with Python so you can get the results of the metadata in a quick and practical way. So how you would go on about adding your data is you would go to map, you would add data, and if you're adding the data, I've got mine from ArcGIS Hub, and you'll download the shapefile, and it'll download the zip file. You want to make sure you extract it and put it somewhere you can easily access it. When you do that, you click it, you press OK, and this should populate on the side here. Once that happens, draws are fine, but shape files are oftentimes a read-only type of deal, and I'll show you what I mean by that. So you click here. First of all, you don't see any metadata, and then let's try to edit this. You can't. So there's a few reasons why this may be the case. If you can't edit this, one of the reasons is because if you go to where you have your extracted version of these files, you go to the properties in the Windows Explorer page, make sure that it doesn't say read only, and make sure it doesn't have any other blocks. And two, so another reason why is that once after you do that, you can't directly try to do it from the contents page. You need to go to catalog, and once you do that, as you see here, that once you do that, you should be able to view metadata. You should be able to press edit. That's one way. Another way is you go to view, and you want to go to your tools and geoprocessor. You want to click feature class to geodatabase. You'll click that, and you'll pick whatever your original file was. So let's go here. So I have it set to where, let's see, where it is. Actually, let's make this a lot easier. Just add it again. Shape here. See, I've been playing with this so much. It already has. Okay, whatever. So you'll click, your feature class, and what you want to do is you want to create a different file and make that a geodatabase file. When you do that, you'll click that. I'm not going to click it this time because I'd have tried to make this like 3 different times just to make sure. And after that, you go to your catalog pane, and of course you'll see your data here with view metadata, and you edit it. So with your metadata, it's gonna come up blank more times than not. So when it comes up blank, you need to be the one to add the item descriptions so that some metadata can populate. So you have your title, and tags on what you're identifying, summarize a description, and I'll show you what I put just to give you an idea of what that was looking like. So then you'll see here on the side, you'll have some data. You can even click here. Oh, here's some data. A little bit of data. So, 25. Okay. Okay. So, how can we verify this? So, we can run a small ArcGIS script that uses a layer in your map and it autofills any blank fields and doesn't any defaults where you print a quick reference and it pretty much populates the data that we're seeing here with this metadata. So I was playing around with the code and I'll show you kind of how that process went. Let's start from the top. So this was the original code I was writing. Immediately, I realized that I had a problem because I had typed this out. You want to point to the feature class and pretty much make sure that when you're typing out the code, you want to make sure that you're typing everything out so properly, because one wrong thing will make the code not run properly. So this very first one, I realized immediately right here that I didn't even add the hashtag number symbol right here. So as I was typing through, I realized that, and I had to rewrite it again. And the bulk of what you're seeing is pretty much mapping everything to where the metadata files are. And when you do that, you're grabbing the metadata and you're making sure you get some defaults and pretty much having it to where it's automatically filling any missing fields and touching what's already complete without touching what's already complete. And then printing out a quick QA so you know any special references, the feature count, and expectations. So when I did this the first time, I got this error right here. Why did I get the error? So having to figure out why I got the error, you read it, and then 1 second, let me read this again. So with that, if you're mapping it to a particular path, if it's not at the correct path, then you are not going to have this run. So I had to go all the way back. Go all the way back. Let's move it out of the way right now. All right. Let's kind of get out of here. You're going to click here and you want to view the properties. So the reason I'm viewing the properties is because I need to make sure I'm seeing what the source is and make sure I'm typing it in properly. So I'm looking here. Okay, cool. Let's go back to Python. Once I realize that I need to redo it, I make sure to map it all properly. And when I did that and ran it, here, you can title, give you a summary of everything that I wrote earlier. You got your credits, tags, give you the spatial reference, and then the feature count. See, the table I showed you earlier had 25 feature count, 25 here. So this is automatically setting up to where you can populate that data with this code and pretty much do a QA check and make sure all the data is right. Okay, so done. So we added the data, we converted it to a GDB file, we added it in the catalog, we verified it, and autofilled it with Python. And if you keep this pattern in the data sets, you'll always be able to have a clean document and ready to share it with your information with any data set you have in this file.